Welcome back to my channel, home to the Real Estate Agent School. And if you are new here, I'm a real estate coach for agents in all forms of prospecting, helping you learn what you need to succeed in this wild career. In this video, you are going to learn one of the most underrated sales skills that is so subtle and easy to pass by, but can make all the difference. This is called eyeball selling. I did not coin this term. This is actually talked about in the book, How to Talk to Anybody by Leo Lowndes. I have taken what she has taught and applied it to real estate. Make sure to stay to the end of this video because I have a big announcement I am super excited to share with you. So let's jump into the video. To give you a brief overview of my tailored version of eyeball selling, it all comes down to body language. Body language will be the number one thing to pay attention to besides listening to what your prospect is actually saying when you're having a sales conversation. In all real estate conversations, when you are face to face with someone, they will be giving you messages with their eyes and their body language all throughout the conversation. They are inadvertently talking to you with their body. I want to give you 3 different examples of what to look out for and how to approach the situation as a master salesperson and to increase your closing ratio when applying eyeball selling. Number 1 is when you first meet a buyer at an open house. I know a lot of agents hold open houses to drum up business. And honestly, if you would like an open house script video to go over my process, please let me know. Open houses are awesome and they have made me a lot of money. And so drop a comment below so I can add that to my videos that are up and coming that I'll be posting soon. But anyways, open houses are a great way for business, especially when the listing has come from you knocking the neighborhood and getting to know the neighbors. So when a client first walks in the door, there are 2 things I look for. The first is if they have a realtor, because if they do, they are dead to me. All jokes aside, I want to respect that realtor's hustle, help answer questions, and be a great representative for my seller. But I, of course, am going to stay within my bounds and respect a potential buyer-broker agreement. If they do not have a realtor, I'm going to look at body language walking into the room. If they are open, confident, and seem ready to talk, I will approach in a much different way than if that type of person that's going to an open house is just an open house goer that doesn't want to be talked to, tries to kind of slide in and out of the door without being seen or talked to, and is showing obvious signs of, my brother's a realtor, but he couldn't make it, or I am just looking, but don't want your business card. We all know this type of person. So there are a handful of things to notice and point out in both situations. The first being their openness to talk. Look at them and see what level of eye contact they give. If they smile, if they start with a hello or initiate the conversation, you're golden. They started it for you. This is a client looking for information. In this situation, it will be pretty easy and not hard to approach them and talk them as new clients. Assume the sale and win their business by being personable. If it is the latter, do not be afraid to still approach and initiate a conversation, but how to do so will be important. I like to point out the obvious by making a joke about the elephant in the room by simply saying, hey there, I have been doing this long enough to know when someone is just looking or already has an agent. Am I right in this case? This breaks the ice and shows that you read their body language and see where they are coming from. And if neither is true, you can jump right into the conversation. If it is true, you can still engage but proceed with caution so you can still build a relationship without bothering them. You have a much higher likelihood of actually helping this person if you treat them different than how you would treat a person actually looking for help, an active buyer. The next scenario I want to go over is door knocking. When you're face-to-face having a conversation at the door. There are so many scenarios with this style of conversation, but I want to share a common one. When knocking on a door, the first couple seconds will teach you all you need to know about how open the prospect is and how quickly or how modified your pitch needs to be. For example, if you get a cracked door with a one eye peeking out from behind it, the homeowner is either thinking you're going to rob their house or they're naked. So be careful. I'm kidding, obviously, but a lot of people are super skeptical. So when someone doesn't open the door fully, respect their space and back up. This will increase their safe space and you can make them more comfortable. And next, you can just be short and be straight to the point, and that way they know you're not going to waste their time. So say who you are, why you're there, and get them interested as soon as possible. And also understand they may say no and just shut the door in your face. And there's not much you can do here. Just move on to the next one and move forward. But let's flip the script. Say you get someone that swings the door open and is ready to chat, but quickly shows disinterest. This is front and center and needs to be easily read when this happens. Their eyes will glaze over, they will give you one-word answers, and they'll slowly start to inch toward the door to start to close it. This can be called out super easily, making it easier for a sale. Making a comment and using the technique of eyeball selling re-engages them. And so I'll give you an example. You can say, I'm word vomiting on you to break the tension. Make them laugh and allow them to kind of feel into the conversation that you aren't just talking forever. And this is something super important to pay attention as well, is if you're talking a lot, you're losing. You want the prospect talking as much as possible. So if you feel like they're getting glazed over eyes, just add a pattern interrupt. Hey, I'm word vomiting all over you. I'm so sorry. And boom, you have to add a question that is going to engage them, get their interest, and bring them back into the conversation. You are going to want to ask a question that really defines if they're truly interested. So after you use a pattern interrupt, ask a question referring to their interest, something like the following. I don't want to hold you up if this isn't something that intrigues you, or if there's a better time for me to come over. If you could save money by moving sooner, would that be something you would want to hear more about? Super simple, nothing crazy, really just a honest question. Just drop the mic on them and call them out that you could kind of tell they're not interested. It is way better than giving it a shot and losing regardless than just kind of continuing to talk and them not engaging you. So give it out there, ask them the question. Don't be afraid to kind of call them out that they may not be interested and you just want to figure out truly how you can help them. The last scenario I want to give is during a listing appointment. This is by far the most important time to read body language. I've had so many times when the homeowners and their partner are talking to each other, but non-verbally. With their eyes, they're kind of going back and forth, and you can tell they're not sold or still have objections. I wish I knew this technique earlier, but do not be afraid to say it as it is. You will be respected, gain their trust even more, and just be able to help them. So some body language to look out for in this situation is a constant long look at their partner when you're talking, fidgeting, or even just trying to end the conversation with a, awesome, we'll chat about it and get back to you. This ain't going to cut it. In this scenario, I'm going to ask, hey, I want to shoot straight with you. I can see there's hesitation or something that is still not being fully answered, or we would be signing an agreement right now. So I just want to ask you and hear kind of what you're truly feeling and what's on your mind and how I can provide more clarity so we can either move forward or change the game plan. This will give them the chance to be honest and open with you and tell you that there's another agent coming that they are going to be interviewing, or that they don't love the price you charge. That's a very common one, obviously, with the commission agreement. It gives you a fighting chance if you ask about it before you leave. If you leave, you're never going to get the listing because the other agent's going to come, going to undercut your price, and boom, the listing's gone. So don't be afraid, call them out. You can do this by eyeball selling. Read their body language, see how they're acting, and just have a conversation about it. It's way better to just call it out when you see it because it saves you from wasting time and builds a way better relationship with people when you're just upfront and you can see that something's wrong. To finish up, if you want to learn more about how I've been able to grow my business and how I can help you, jump on a call with me to chat about kind of where you're at and if I can help you. No strings attached. This isn't a sales call. I genuinely just want to see if there's something I can provide you that will help you succeed. I hope you found this video super useful. Make sure to subscribe because in my next video this Friday, I will be releasing the time and place to sign up for my free follow-up system training. It will be going live for everyone that requested a longer training to hop on and learn how I'm staying top of mind with my clients and making sure 2023 is an incredible real estate year. So make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next video.